is Janet Diane Mourglia-Swerdlow with another edition of Healthy Living for Expansions.com. Today we are going to make some buckwheat and nut biscuits, which are really great. They're savory. You can eat them with jam or you can eat them with butter. So what I have over here is 2 cups of my buckwheat flour that I just made and 2 cups of my almond flour. And in here I have a half a cup of butter that I've already melted. And if you don't want to use dairy, you can always use olive oil or any kind of fat of your choosing, of course. Now to this, I'm going to add a teaspoon of fleur de sel, high quality sea salt, and 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Not teaspoons, but tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Mixing that in. And finally, I'm using some coconut milk today, 2 cups. And again, you can use a liquid of your choice. Sometimes I use goat milk with it. I've made them with buttermilk, almond milk, kind of depending on what you would like. Now, this is a very low carb recipe. The way I'm doing it today, the whole recipe has about 240 carbs in it. Okay, so you can see what a nice batter this makes. It's not a real heavy batter, but it does hold together nicely. And this whole batch is about 240 carbs. So what I do is I make 24 biscuits, and that's about 10 carbs a piece. Very, very simple to do. And I have my coconut spray here. Now, someone had mentioned about the propellant in it. Well, this one does not have any chlorofluorocarbons in it. But yes, it does have some propellant in it, and that's okay with me because I flushed everything in violet, so I'm not too concerned about it. And it is a product of the Philippines and or Sri Lanka. So it is not a U.S. product and helps to support those countries. Alright, so here we go. I have my oven set at 425. I will bake them for about 10 minutes. Okay, now that we've got them divided out, I'm just going to plop them in the oven, 425, for about 10 minutes, and then we'll take a check on them. Okay, and I have a pot of garbanzo beans going here, just in case you're wondering what's going on in this pot. And I'm making some of my cookie dough bites with it, and I use garbanzo beans for a lot of things. I've shown you how to make brownies out of them. They're great with a little olive oil and seasoning, so we eat a lot of garbanzo beans. They're really a legume, remember, they're not really a bean, also known as chickpeas. So that's what's going on in that pot. Anyway, we'll be back in about 10 minutes and check out the biscuits. Take our biscuits out. Been in there for the allotted time. Oh yeah, you can see how nice they've raised. Now they are a little bit delicate, and if you want to help them hold them together a little bit, you can use xanthan gum, about a teaspoon. And you see they're nice on the bottom, but they're done. If you want them a little browner, you can do that. This is the way I like to have them done. And then what I do, rather than split them open because they're delicate, is I just turn them over like this. I put butter on the back, or jam if you want that, or sometimes we use them for toppings for chicken pot pie, things like that. So anyway, they're a nice treat. Like I said, low carb and nutritious, easy to make, and delicious. So I want to thank you for joining me, Janet Diane Mourglia-Swerdlow, for another edition of Expansions.com. Bye-bye now.